Welcome back, Philosophy 301. Dr. K here. I hope you all are doing well. In our last video, we looked at Ghazali's account of the different traits one acquires from submitting to or mastering the various elements competing within a human being. In this video, we're going to look at two arguments Ghazali advances for the claim that manifesting the angelic attributes is the purpose of human beings. The first argument that Ghazali advances is what I call the positive argument. Let's have a read through it now. Premise 1. Manifesting the angelic attributes is the highest capacity in human beings. That's to say, it is their perfection. We can think of the angelic attributes generally as what Ghazali mainly characterized the angel as loving knowledge and goodness or virtue. And as I suggested at the end of the last video, if we want to get into more detail as to what the angelic attributes are, they are the attributes that come from mastering the pig, wolf, and the Satan. So again, premise 1, manifesting the angelic attributes in either the general or the detailed sense is the highest capacity in human beings. It's their highest perfection or completion. It's the greatest thing that they can do. Premise 2, manifesting the angelic attributes is a capacity unique to humans. So when it comes to the attributes in either the general or the detailed sense, manifesting them or realizing them is something that only human beings can do, right? Only human beings can seek to attain knowledge and truth and virtue, ultimately seek to know God, right? Dolphins are pretty smart, and some of the great apes like bonobos or chimpanzees are smart, but none of them can seek to know and perhaps become more like God. Premise 3. If X is the highest capacity in some kind of being Y, and X is unique to kind Y, then exercising or manifesting X is the purpose of kind Y. Right? So this isn't explicitly in the text as the other claims in the argument are, but this is kind of an implicit assumption that has to be behind Ghazali's reasoning to link up the claims in 1 and 2 to the conclusion in 4. So if you take claims 1 and 2 and 3 together, then they entail the conclusion of the argument, which is 4. Therefore, manifesting the angelic attributes is the purpose of human beings. Pause the video now and have a read through the argument on your own. Think about whether or not you're convinced, and if you're not, then where do you think the argument goes wrong? Is the reasoning bad? Is some premise false? I'd love to see any thoughts you'd have about this in the comments below. Having considered Ghazali's first argument that manifesting the angelic attributes is the purpose of human beings, let's now turn to the second argument that he advances for this claim, what I call the negative argument or the argument from elimination. Okay, so the negative argument or the argument from elimination has two main parts. What we could call the main part of the argument, which is at the top and consists of two premises and a conclusion, and an argument for the second premise of the main argument. Let's have a look first at the main part of the argument at the top. Premise 1, either man was created for the pig, wolf, satanic, or angelic attributes. Premise 2, he was not created for the pig, wolf, or satanic attributes. 3, thus he was created for the angelic attributes. So given the structure of the main part of the argument, you can see why I call it the negative argument or the argument from elimination, right? He's arguing that man was created to manifest or realize the angelic attributes negatively, or by eliminating the other possible candidate attributes for which man was created. But why think he was not created to manifest the pig, wolf, or satanic attributes? Let's turn now to his argument for premise 2. The argument for premise 2 is the argument in the box on the bottom of the screen. Let's have a read through the argument now. 2a. Other animals are able to manifest the pig, wolf, and satanic attributes greater than any man or human being can. Ghazali gives us the example with the pig attributes. He says, camels can eat more than humans, and sparrows copulate more. Interesting fact about sparrows. I did not know that. But while he gives us an example to support his claim that other animals besides humans are able to manifest the pig, wolf, and satanic attributes to a greater extent, he doesn't offer such examples about what animals can manifest the wolf and the satanic elements to a greater extent. This is probably because he takes this to be something obvious that you can think for and come up with the answer to on your own. So why don't you do that now? What animals, if any, do you think can manifest the wolf and the satanic attributes to a greater extent than human beings could? 2b. Thus, if man was created to manifest the pig, wolf, and satanic attributes, he would have no claim to being superior to the other animals, right? Because if they can manifest the attributes of these elements to a greater degree, and man was created to manifest these same elements, then there would be no sense in which man would be greater than these other animals, which were created to manifest them as well and could do so to a higher degree. 2c, but man is higher than or more superior to the other animals. It is a fact, it is a truth that man or human beings are higher beings than other animals. Therefore, we get 2, which is a derivation of 2a, 2b, and 2c. Thus, man was not created for the pig, wolf, or satanic attributes. He was not created to manifest these things. That is not his special purpose, and that was not why he was created. So that philosophy 301 is the argument for premise 2 in the main argument. Once again, as I called on you to think critically about the first argument that we considered, I call on you again to think critically about this argument. And if you have any thoughts or questions about it you'd like to share, I'd love to see them in the comments below. All right, so in this video, we looked at 2 arguments that Ghazali advances for the claim that man was created to manifest or realize the angelic attributes. He was created to align with and become more like the angel and hence closer to God. So at this point in our videos, I usually tell us what you can look to see in the next video. But as it happens, this is our very last video, or at least the last video on this channel that you're gonna have to worry about when it comes to taking your second test in the course. I'm thinking this summer I may make another series of videos which continues the discussion of Ghazali and gives a more complete account of all the arguments that he advances in On Knowing Yourself and God. I have some other thoughts about what I might do with the channel as well. Specifically, I might go into the works of other medieval philosophers such as Bonaventure. I've had a read through his work. It's called On the Journey of the Mind to God, which I thought students would find interesting. So I might do a series of lectures on that and some other works as well. So if you're a subscriber to the channel and you're interested in any of that stuff, then stop in every once in a while and see what's happening. Regardless, I enjoyed our time together and having you as students and fellows along this journey that we took through some of the greatest works in the history of philosophy and definitely within medieval philosophy. I hope that you'll take something from them and that you'll never stop searching for the truth yourself and never stop seeking to become a better, wiser, and more virtuous person. Keep the spirit of medieval philosophy alive, Phil 301. I hope to see you in future videos. Much love to you all. Dr. K out.